Welcome back. And I'm coming at you from Brookdale, California, high up in the Santa Cruz Mountains. Look at that view. So once I got set up down here, I started working on a redesign. I think where I was the last time was I was going to do a Murphy bed. Now I've decided to do a cantilevered bed, and you'll see it coming up here. The bed is actually going to overhang the nose of the motorcycle, and the motorcycle will be going partly under the bed there. The wheel will be under the bed as much as possible. Once I got that figured out, I got to work putting down another 3/4 inch floor over the existing 3/4 inch floor. This is tongue and groove plywood to stiffen it up where the motorcycle and tools will be. Some other projects I was working on, or additions I should say, added these wheel chocks on both sides of the wheels to stabilize it. Switched out the handle crank on the front tongue and converted that to a drill operated crank. So now I can use my 3/4 inch drill chuck to raise and lower the trailer tongue. I also added a socket on the front to hold the 7-way cord coming from the trailer, to keep it out of the dirt and stored when not plugged into the truck. Inside, I got to work on the wiring. These are for the ceiling lights, and there will be switches in both the back and the front of the trailer to operate the exterior lights. Here you can see the lights operating. These are super bright. I'm really happy with how these came out. I've got 6 lights in total, 2 on each side and then 2 on the back. This will really help with backing up the truck in the dark, as well as being able to use it for working outside when I start losing daylight. I had only been down in Brookdale a few days before the rain was scheduled to come in, so I'm creating myself a little shop here, keep some stuff out of the rain, and also be able to work in if it's drizzling out. But it wasn't going to drizzle, it was going to pour. After 10 days of rain, I was wondering if I should have been building an ark instead of a trailer. But finally, the sun came out, at least for a little while. I think I had about 2 hours of sunlight, or I shouldn't say sunlight, but it wasn't raining, and I got to work on another project. The lights I added to the side of the trailer for my directionals, I was putting side directionals on, I was not happy with at all. They weren't bright enough. So I pulled those and replaced them, and here's what we got. Well, that's much better. Look how bright that is, even in the middle of the day. And you really wouldn't see it this way. Mostly looking as the driver approaching me. Again, that'll be flashing, but if you miss that directional, you will see that one. It is super bright. Look at this thing. I like it. Well, the rain came back for a couple more days, and then I got some sunshine, so I got to work on the ceiling. This is the ceiling in the garage. I padded out the roof supports to make room for some wiring in there for the ceiling lights that'll be in the garage area. And here you can see the ceiling going in. There'll be a center chase where the wires run. And there you see the completed project, both panels in, and there will be a cover eventually over the center. With the garage ceiling done, I got to work on the partition wall that will divide the space between the living area and the garage. I still have to put the bottom cleat in, that's what's next. But there's the cleat for the lower wall behind the cabinets. Then the bed comes out here, and the cleat for the upper wall going all the way across. Goes behind there. Just got this cleat in. So now I got to put that one in. And that's where I am. The walls will actually, they'll be like this, and they'll slide right down over it. Or in this one, they'll slide up and then lock right into there, and then I'll fasten. And then they'll be fastened there once they're glued and set. So that's where I am. Well, with the cleats in, it was going to be time for me to build the SIPS panels. Those are structurally insulated panels that I'll be making up myself. But first, we had another 7 days of rain. Don't let anybody ever tell you it doesn't rain in California. Because when it rains, baby, it pours. This is all the flooding out here right now. I'm trying to capture thunder because it rarely has thunder and lightning out here. This is where I am. Oh, I'm getting so wet. A little different than Sunnyvale. We are in the middle of the Santa Cruz Mountains. This is my friend's cabin in the woods in Brookdale, California. And it's me trying to capture thunder in the pouring rain. While the rain continued, I reached out to my friend Steve in Danbury, Connecticut, to help me make up some holders for the disc locks for the trailer, so when that they are removed, I have some place to store them instead of leaving them on the floor. And he came up with some really cool prints, and I'm excited to be getting those. And I figured if he could do those, maybe he could do something else for me. And what I had were these ceiling lights, but I didn't want the wires to be exposed. I wanted them to go into the ceiling. But the caps that came with them had the wires come right out the sides. So I sent him off some lights, and he redesigned the caps for me. I chose black as a nice accent, and I think they came out great. Thanks for watching, and if you like this content, please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel for more.